Welcome Kumas to another World of Warcraft guide. You're here with Kuma. This time I'm going to be showing you how to get the Riddler's Mind Worm, a mount you obtain by completing a riddle. Now this particular riddle consists of finding 8 pages scattered around Azeroth, and they have to be found in sequential order. That means that if you don't find the previous page, you cannot get the next page. It's not as simple as just collecting 8 pages, you have to do one after the other. As soon as you do these 8 pages, you go to Westfall, you right click an item, and you get this awesome mount that looks like an eel that should belong in the ocean or the sea or somewhere else. Definitely not the sky. But either way, it doesn't have to make sense. Now, while you won't actually need to have any add-ons installed, I would highly recommend that you get a GPS add-on such as TomTom, because this way you're going to be able to copy and paste waypoint links that I've put in the description and comment section below, and it's going to show you on your map in which direction you need to fly in order to find the next page. Now, you don't have to get one of these add-ons because I will be showing you on the map where they're located, but if you have one of these add-ons, it's going to save you a lot of hassle, especially if you get a little bit lost. Also in the description and comments below is a script that if you run, it's going to show you your progress of the riddle. Now I ran this every single time before I right clicked one of the pages as well as after to make sure that it actually saved on my account, because the game client did crash once during filming, and I ran the script to make sure that the game recorded that I got this page. Because the last thing you want to do is get a page, go to the next one and find out you don't have the previous one. That would be a pain in the ass, and you want to avoid that at all cost. Okay, let's get started. Now the first page is quite easy to find, and I'm guessing all of us have at one point or another been very close to it but never knew it was there. In the Dalaran Legerdemain lounge, there is a bookshelf on the northeastern corner. It's next to paintings and next to a table and a seat that's completely empty. On this bookshelf you will find the first page. It is a little bit difficult to click, but just keep moving your mouse around and eventually it will show you the little icon that you can click. Just click it. The second page is found in Duskwood. Now the quickest way to get the Duskwood is to take the portal to Garazan. Luckily for us, Khadgar has opened up a portal to Karazhan, so all we gotta go is go to the middle portion of Dalaran, go to the Karazhan portal, and then make our way to Duskwood. It is located near the Moonwell in the Twilight Grove. Now if you're lucky like me, you're gonna have a lot of Alliance and Horde flying around the page, so it's gonna be really easy to find. If you don't, this is where the waypoint comes in handy, because it's gonna show you exactly where the bloody thing is. Now, as the previous one, make sure you right click it and make sure you run the script to make sure that the game has recorded that you've right clicked the second page. As soon as you've got the second page, it's on to the third one. Now the third one is located in the Firelands, so you will have to go to Mount Hyjal and you will have to go into the Firelands raid in order to get it, and it is located in the final platform where Ragnaros is. Now, unfortunately for me, Ragnaros did not spawn even though I killed all the previous bosses, which you will also have to do, otherwise you will not be able to go into Ragnaros' room. As soon as you go to Ragnaros' room and you walk up to the platform, go to the leftmost corner and you will find it near one of the little spikes sticking out. Now you should be able to find it really easily since I filmed the whole thing, but as you can see, Ragnaros simply did not spawn for me. Now I highly recommend that you kill Ragnaros in 25-man heroic at this point, because he does drop that beautiful Firehawk. There is also a ground mount that you can get, and it's a fire version of the Ravenlord mount that drops from a Lithrizor, which is that flying bird that looks like a KFC chicken when it dies. So all you gotta do is make sure to kill it, and hopefully you get that mount too. Luckily for me, I already have them, but best of luck on getting it. Once you've gotten the third page, it's time for page 4. You have to go to Uldum because you're going to be going to Tol'vir. Once in Tol'vir, you gotta go to the Lost City, which is in the southeasternmost point. Now, if you look at the map, the river splits the 2 little islands at the bottom. You want to go to the island on the right, which is the east. Near the bottom corner of that, there should be 2 trees, and you will find the page there. Luckily for me, I do have the video zoomed in, so you should be able to see on my map where I am, but it is a little bit tricky, so look around and just keep moving your mouse, and eventually you'll see the little icon that lets you right click, and you would have found your 4th page. If it helps, it's in between the 2 little trees closest to the southeastern part of that island that splits on the right hand side. So it's the one closest to the bottom. If you have that GPS add-on like TomTom installed, now's the time to use it if you can't find it. Now it's off to hunt page 5. Page 5 is located in the Shire of Pride's boss room in the Siege of Orgrimmar. Now in order to get to the Siege of Orgrimmar, you're going to have to go to the Vale of Eternal Blossoms in Pandaria. The quickest way to get here for the Horde is to go to the Valley of Honor and take the portal. When you take the portal, simply fly to the Vale of Eternal Blossoms. In the Vale of Eternal Blossoms, simply go to the Morgul Shan Palace and you should find the big floating white crystal. That is where the Siege of Orgrimmar is. Simply go down to the bottom and you will find a little opening. Go through the opening and you will find the instance. Simply kill all the bosses on your way to the Shire of Pride, and the 5th page should be located in the northwest corner of the boss room. Now this particular page is a little tricky to see, so make sure you zoom your camera in and keep looking around. Trust me, it's there. It took me a little while to find it too because it blends in so well with the background, plus it's very dark. After this, we're going to go to the Well of Eternity, which is a dungeon in the Caverns of Time. Now the quickest way to get here is to go back to Dalaran again and take the portal provided by Khadgar to the Caverns of Time. Talk to the Drake is going to fly to the bottom of the Caverns of Time and simply fly to the instance. If you open up your map, you're going to see exactly which portal it is, so you shouldn't get lost. Now don't try to just run through this entire dungeon and zerg everything, because you are going to get one-shotted, especially before the first boss. Just make sure you follow Illidan around, and he's going to keep you nice and stealth until you unlock the first boss. After you kill the first boss, then you can go Rambo on the rest. But up until the first boss, don't try, you're just going to die anyway. You might get a few BOEs while you're here, and they're worth a few thousand gold, especially in my server, so if you get them, don't accidentally disenchant them, just make sure you pop them on the AH. You're going to find page 6 on the steps leading up to the Well of Eternity. It's on the southeastern side of the well, so just open up your map, and if you see that your mini-map and my map are very close to each other, you should be there. It's near the sort of border on the right-hand side of the set of stairs, so it should be fairly easy to find. It does stand out a little bit. Now for page 7, we're going back to Pandaria, and we're going to the Kunlai Summit, more or less the Shadowpan Monastery. Now we're not going to the dungeon, we're going to the actual monastery itself, so you're going to have to fly there. You're going to notice 2 stone tigers. You're going to go to the one to the left, and in between its 2 paws, that's where the page is located. If you get lost, just use the waypoint, it's really easy. Okay, now it's time for the final page. This one is also located in Uldum, like the previous one. It's located on the base of a statue in the Steps of Fate. It's not too difficult to find, especially for me, because I had a lot of Alliance and Horde flying around there that were trying to collect it at the same time. But if you get lost, please just use the waypoint. This is why the GPS add-on is really good. There's only a handful of statues in that area, so if you don't have the add-on, you might hop in between a few statues, but you will find it. It's on the base, it's very close to a corner. Once you've done that, head over to Westfall. The quickest way to head to Westfall for the Horde is to go to Orgrimmar and then just take the portal to the Twilight Highlands. Now, if you were lucky enough to get the Firehawk from Ragnaros, you can ride this majestic creature all the way to Westfall. It's going to take you around 5 minutes. Unfortunately, there's no quicker way that I know to get there. You could go to Karazhan and then head north, but I just go to the Twilight Highlands and just fly. While I was doing this, I actually went and got a coffee because it takes about 5 minutes. So just press your numlock and your character's just going to keep flying in a straight line anyway. Once you get to Westfall, you're going to notice a purple item. It's glowing on the beach. It stands out really well, and you're probably going to see a lot of these things flying around anyway. Right-click it, and you should get it. Right-click it again in your inventory, and now you've got your mount. Unfortunately, it doesn't give you an achievement, but you get a cool mount. And once you've done that, just start ganking all the Alliance in the area to stop them from getting theirs, because, you know, screw it. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this guide. If you did, make sure to give a like and also leave a comment in the comment section below, because it really does help. And I do want to personally thank all the people that were involved in finding all these pages. I personally cannot even begin to fathom how you guys found these things. They're randomly scattered across the whole game, and you can only find the next one after you found the previous. So I don't know how you guys did it. I'm impressed, I'm amazed, and I'm really thankful for that. So I'm going to try to read out your character names, but forgive me if I read them out wrong. Big thanks for Weld for finding the first page in the Duskmoon Moonwell. Voltage and Satila for finding the Firelands page, which is page number 2. Arannail Bumper was the one that found page 3 in Uldum. Doomsday was the one that found the page near the Shire of Pride. Eternity was the one that found it in the Well of Eternity. I don't know how that worked. And Sturgeon was the one that found it near the Shadowpan Monastery. And Trollmeister was the one that found the final one in Uldum. So congratulations to you guys for finding it. I have no idea how you did it. And who found the final 8th page? I can't actually find who found the 8th one. I know who found the 8th page, but there's only 7 people mentioned here. So I'm guessing someone found it in the meantime, maybe? Or I'm guessing that the first page was just common knowledge. Who was the one that found the first page in Dalaran? That's a good question. If you know, hit me up in the comment section below. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this guide. Share it with a friend, and be sure to check out some of my other videos. I do some gold guides, I do some let's plays, and I play some other games. Anyway, till next time, Ninja Kuma out. Bye!